My name is Steve Ackerman. I'm faculty in the biology department. I'm using the iPad for recordings in my undergraduate molecular biology course, although it's also used in a number of other courses I'm teaching at the graduate level.
Becca Romano from the English department. We're using the iPads in an Honors 101 first year seminar.
Victoria Kingsley, English department. I use it in English 102, this semester 4 sections of English 102.
The iPad replaces a writing surface, i.e. a whiteboard or a chalkboard. By using the iPad in the classroom, I can capture everything in my lecture. On my main computer, PC, we use Camtasia, and Camtasia captures the audio and the video, screen capture. And by using the iPad with the AirSketch program, the PC captures the iPad in a browser, and I can write on the iPad. I can see what I'm writing, which is in contrast to regular tablets where you cannot see what you're writing. And then it's captured so the students can see it as part of the recording. The advantage of the iPad rather than a tablet is that when you're making graphs and you're adding lines or adding segments to what you've written, you can't see it on the tablet, and it's difficult to find the starting and ending places. On the iPad with AirSketch, I now have everything right in front of me.
The iPad is allowing students to interact so directly with text, whether it's the novels we're reading or the text of what they've written, and to exchange those texts and to open a conversation between themselves, the text, and everyone else in the class. So it's been a wonderful addition. We're using it in two ways. First of all, we're using it for writing, which is very important for peer review, for checking drafts, and for doing actual drafting of work. And at the same time, we are using it to read. And so we're using it with the novels we're reading for both highlighting and discussion, and also for interactive commenting on the text that we're reading.
Classes become a lot more interactive, and meaning that, I'm not just sitting up there talking. People are actually, there's different kinds of things that we can do in class that I don't have to ask people to do outside of class. We can do it when we're together. So it's really sort of changed the way I think it's changed the way we think about reading and writing. It's made doing research and doing exercises such as we did in class recently, where we had read an article that had made reference to a number of different photographers in relation to concepts that the article was discussing about images and representation. And so in class, we all had the iPads, and so we broke into pairs, and people had a particular photographer. They were supposed to go find out more about it, find an image, and then share the image with the class in relation to the reading, to be able to use the image as a way of explaining or exploring one of the concepts that was discussed in the article. So we used the web browser for that, and they were also able to use the library databases on the iPads to access information that way that we could use in class as well.
I think one of the underlying benefits of the technology is the technology itself. I think that often, despite what we think, our students actually are limited in the ways in which that they explore new technologies. So one of the things they learn on the iPad is not only using it, but how to use different apps, how to do research, how to locate information. And many of them aren't so sure how to do that on their own computers. And the iPad offers a really inviting way for them to explore new technologies, to go into the library databases, to go into eBrary, select an article or book that they want to read, actually open up the book and start reading it on the iPad. These are all technological skills that they desperately need as part of their technology education, and the iPad really allows them to get that.
Couldn't see teaching the course now without having access to the technologies.